Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go here on Monday night. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First play, and May goes to the air. Oh, they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, 1 play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to them, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And 3rd down coming up.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
He'll take a shot with Mims. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. Nix now on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read. Sees.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Dulcich now brought in motion. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down? Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Clark Phillips.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Dulcich now brought in motion. On first down, right back to Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll go again with Williams. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and 5. They send Sutton in motion. Here's Nix to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Marcus Jones now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a give on the ground. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
3rd and short. And here is May. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, New England.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, May. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Drake May. Touchdown, New England. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Patriots move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Third down and 9. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This brought in out past the 20. And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Up the middle they go. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Sam Hubbard, they're on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From out of the gun, here's May. He's got his man. Right side, it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Patriots. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
It is brought in by Josh Reynolds. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Nix, how to throw it here on 1st down. The catch made there by Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play again.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Patriots has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Now a give up the middle, and no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
That is caught downfield by Douglas. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, New England. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Pats extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Nix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On second down, it's Nix. Open man downfield, it's Franklin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing, Nix. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So, we have hit halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Back to throw is Nix. This one complete to Sutton. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. A throw right side is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Sam Hubbard there on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Here's May. He's got it inside the 5. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. And the Patriots will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, Broncos. To throw is Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan. Because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They send Sutton in motion. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Here's Nix to throw. Ah, the pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for two. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we'll take... Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he will score. Game on. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Denver. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, very big touchdown there. Makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jelani Taba. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. Off he goes. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Working out of the gun, it's May. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he will go all the way. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, New England. That his second touchdown tonight. Mevis good on the extra point. And the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Back to throw. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. They'll throw. It's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Play action now. It's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is third and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be...
That one taken in. Sky Moore. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on time. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Broncos are able to cut the deficit to 10. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll go with a counter on first down. Inside the 35. And he's going to go all the way. An electrifying run. 70 yards. Touchdown, New England. Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Patriots are going to extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Knicks now on 1st and 10. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Knicks now to throw it here on 1st down. Still going inside the 20. He is in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. drive will start on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On second down, it's May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd and 7. Hill brought in motion. Try the jet sweep heading right. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He finds his tight end, Dulcich. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Nix. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he'll take it on in. Sky Moore. Touchdown, Broncos. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. 3rd and 9. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.